Now, without further ado, of course, it's not Adu and the Guru if the Guru is not in the studio. So let me introduce to you and present to some the editor-at-large of the newsguru.com, the man with the historical perspective, over 40 years of experience, veteran journalistic work. I'm talking about someone who has a fatherly heart, a mind full of wisdom, and also has a knowledge drop box he carries in his knapsack. I'm talking about none other than the Guru. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, Adu. How are you? Happy New Year.
Thank you, sir. Happy New Year. I've not seen you since last year.
It was last year I saw you last.
Wow, that's a long time ago.
I forgot how old I was that time. I'm pleased with you. Good, Happy New Year. God bless you. Listeners, Happy New Year. This is 2022. In fact, by the authority of the living God, who will keep on preserving us, protecting us, I have my menu for January 4th, 2023 ready. So I'm looking forward very, very eagerly towards 2023. And I'm so sure in my heart that by the principality of prayers, by the instrumentality of believing in God, you, listener, will be there on 4th of January 2023 to listen
2023.
2023.
Okay, yes.
I said I have my menu for January 4th, 2023 ready. It's staring at me now. Here. So you listener there, before the precoitus interruptus that came from Adu. You listener there, by the instrumentality of invoking God's supervision over our lives, by the principalities of prayers, you, by the grace of the Almighty God, will equally be there on 4th of January 2023 to listen to us. You are welcome to a brand new year of 2022. I know you would have on your own give thanks to God who made it possible for us to all be here today. To him belong all the glory. Baba Ishe, emuka walaye, etumuka walaye, arawa dupe. May your name be praised always. As a Christian, in the name of Jesus Christ, I prayed. All right, let us move to the... But one thing I can assure you is that you are going to be... We are stepping into another next of glory in this segment of Adu and the Guru back here in 91.3 FM. Every Monday show, Adu and the Guru will be presenting more prosperous, more interesting, morally educative, and every other good thing in this 2022. We've done our homework, we've carried out research, and we are not going to leave you empty. We are going to feed you more than we ever fed you in 2021. And the encouragement we receive from you in 2021, we believe you will continue on that trend. So you are welcome. But before I say a word again in kicking off this segment, I want to thank the friends of the Guru, who are now 3,400 members. Happy New Year. I've sent you New Year goodies and everything on our platform, mostly in the Telegram, which more people patronize than the WhatsApp. You've done much, and the much expected of you for 2022, I am so sure we shall not disappoint. Thank you very much for being there for us. Thank you very much for elongating the works of the Guru. Thank you very much for standing by the Guru, and you shall not be disappointed. But the greatest thing there is that by the time the history of the Guru shall be documented, of course, because all of us will have our entrance point and we have our exit point. One of these days, the Guru will exit the stage. Dito Adu.
Yes, sir.
History will pick up recording posterity will decide on what the Guru did. Then the name Friends of the Guru shall be mentioned, and recording and releasing of facts concerning the role the Friends of the Guru played would come to be published. So please have this at the back of your heart. As you wholeheartedly go into this year by committing yourself to the financial obligations of minimum of 1,000 naira per month. Thank you very, very much. Like I mentioned towards the ending of 2021, somebody had gone ahead as of 23rd or 21st of December 2021. Somebody, I will not mention your name, somebody had gone ahead and paid from January 2022 to December 2022. That's a very brilliant one. God will bless you. God will bless every one of us. I am really very grateful to Friends of the Guru. So once again, to the Friends of the Guru, Happy New Year. All right, historical perspective. Historical perspective. It is very, very, very necessary. 200 years ago, on this day, in the year 1822, exactly was 200 years ago. Few things happened around the world that need to be mentioned. 3 major things happened, events that shook the world. We shall take just one in analysis for about 3 minutes or thereabout. But let us mention the 3. 1822. Don't forget, America had been in existence from 1776.
Mm-hmm.
July 14? No, July, is it July 4? July 6. I think it's July 6. Am I right? Let me be so sure. Don't help me out. Don't go to the oracle to go ask the oracle. Okay. July 4th, 1776 was when America became independent. Mm. The independence of America was exactly not July 4, it was July 2nd. But the holiday till today proclaimed July 4th. It must be for a reason. For today, we will not give the reason. The reasons are obviously there. On that day of July 1776 to 1822, that was another 100 years. It means while we were battling, how many years is Nigeria?
Well, from the amalgamation is over 100. From independence is over 60.
Which one shall we take now? For purposes of development. Because if we talk of 100, we want to see the development that had come within that 100. Before people will ask the question, are you sure of your facts? I do. Are you saying we are 100 years old? What can we point to as evidence of that monumental? Because 100 is monumental years. Mm.
Uh-huh. Well, the centenary village that
they
built.
Let Pius Anyin with the EFCC clear themselves first on this. Oh no, the man is eagerly willing to become the next president of Nigeria in 2023.
Oh.
He has gotten endorsement from about 4 or 5 Igbo leaders. And he visited Babangida the other day and visited some northern powers. Yeah, but no, you've caught me off my thought. Which one shall we declare now? 1914 or 1960?
Okay, 1960.
Because of judgmental issues that may arise, as we had mentioned.
1960.
While we are talking, 1960 to date. Mm-hmm. Is that 10 years?
62.
It's above 10 years. 1960 to date. I never knew. You know, I keep saying that I wasn't good with my mathematics. Okay. Thank God we are not only walking, we are running. We are not crawling. Nigeria is not crying. Nigeria is not only working, Nigeria is running. And Nigeria is the giant of Africa. Even as the headquarters of poverty all over the world, is the giant of Africa. Even as headquarters of open defecation all over the world, is the giant of Africa.
Wow.
Even as becoming number one country with act of lying as in governance, giant of Africa. I anticipate that within the next 4 or 5 years, we should move to become giant of the world. Okay. In 1822, America set out to fight a great battle when it engaged 3 of its alligator warships to confront pirates that had taken over the West Indies and co. And this battle was occurred off in Cuba, what today we have as Cuba. Of course, America aggressively routed them off. That became the little peace that was established in the year 1822. Liberation from piracy and attacks of piracy. That was one of the 3 major things that happened and shook the world then. The Greek War of Independence was another one. But I will not elaborate on that today. That was when the Lapplio falls to the Greek rebels. Then the third one of that year, 1822, that is 200 years back, was the congregation of Saint Basile, founded in France. We shall enumerate all by the grace of God. Like as earlier said, America got its independence from Great Britain on July 2nd. But today, the date documented that be celebrated is July 4th. Difference of 48 hours. We will talk that another day. The Declaration of Independence was adopted at what the leaders of then, Jefferson and all of the others, referred to as Continental Congress. And that was the Congress that 13 American colonies met. Because they were just 13 then. But they revolted against the slavery tendency of the British Empire, because Great Britain colonized them as they colonized us, as they colonized India, as they colonized, I think in Europe, the Great Britain colonized more around the world than any other power. So when they put their pen into paper to declare their independence, of course, it wasn't without war. It wasn't without war. Again, it wasn't without war. I will remember George Washington, who later became President of America. He started off not as President of America. He started off as a war commander, as a top military officer. He led the American War of Independence. On that very eve of the war, he was in the Situation Room, briefing his war commanders. When his Batman came to him to say, "You have two great visitors that have never come here before." visitors on eve of a war. No. The Batman told him that, but they are there. Sir, I think you should see them. Because they are not even from this side of our world.
Those are the French.
Not the French. Again, they are British. The two. From the Times. So George Washington descended down, counted the steps down, and met them. Then he told them that, gentlemen, I have been told we are from the press, that we are from the profession that pushes the pen. How do you refer it to here?
Friends of the pen.
Friends of the pen. George Washington told them that today is the eve of the war we are moving into. If there must be any person I should discuss with, it must be only my war commanders. But when I was told whom I decided to come down here, because knowing fully that the pen is mightier than River Mississippi. That's the quotation we have today, that the pen is mightier than River Mississippi. So in 1822, this was what happened. Historical perspective. Today, we shall have more historical perspective as we flow into the year. All right, Adu. Talk to me.
I was just so wrapped up in your narration of the events. In my mind, I was actually imagining what would have played out that night. Anyway, we have a menu for you today, and there are 7 items here, so it's a good menu. Let's start from item number 1. Jibes chairs as Masari bids to arm citizens for self-defense. That's called from the Vanguard newspaper. Menu number 2, killings take Nigeria back to security level under Jonathan. Who is speaking? The Northern Youths said that to Buhari.
Yes.
And we captured that from the Daily Post.
Yes.
Menu number 3, Kuka speaking. My criticism of Buhari's government not personal.
Yes.
And that's from the Nation newspaper. The Premium Times has this story. NDDC forensic audit. Every kobo will be recovered. Culprits punished. The words of the President, Buhari speaking. And menu number 5. Audit reports indict National Assembly over 9 billion naira unexplained expenditure. And that's from the Guardian newspaper.
You may even modify it. Stolen from the budget by
the National Assembly.
By the National Assembly.
Menu number 6, 2023. Electronic transmission of results doubtful. 301 local governments lack internet facilities. That's from the Punch newspaper. And last but not least, from the Daily Post again. Insecurity. Buhari will end insurgency in the next 17 months. And who said that? The presidency.
What he could not even initiate in the last 6 years. Yeah?
Miracles do happen, Guru.
I think how many months do we have in a year? Up to 5?
Miracles do happen.
Miracle walking president. There is nobody like Buhari. Miracle walking president. Femi Adesina has confirmed this.
Very great composition there.
All right, let's go for the menus. We shall run, because let us try if we can cover all within the shortest time left for us to get that done. Number 7 is what we talked about last night. Insecurity. Buhari will end insurgency in next 17 months presidency. Femi Adesina announced that. Twin Tiger, he brought the example and said that there was an individual, immediately was taken off, the thing ended. The individual that started Boko Haram, what is his name? Just a moment, because I don't want to come back here again. That is why I just want to finish with this number 7. The individual that started Boko Haram, his name is Yusuf Muhammad, born on January 29, 1970, and was killed. Or shall we say he died? But if somebody is killed, you were in the medical field. If somebody is killed, can we refer to that person as died too?
Absolutely.
Okay. He was born January 29, 1970, and was killed. There he died. July 30th, 2009. He was the one who started Boko Haram in the year 2002. So Boko Haram had really come to Nigeria to be established while President Olusegun Obasanjo was president. Let's get that fact later. But in the year 2009, it wasn't Buhari that was, it wasn't Olusegun Obasanjo that was president.
No.
Because he has finished his 8 years, he handed over 2007 to Yaradua. Yaradua spent just about 2 years or thereabout. So meaning, when he was killed, that is Yusuf Muhammad, who started it, Yaradua was in office. I'm going into this analysis to bring this wisdom of comparison between Nigeria and Boko Haram, but today we don't have only Boko Haram.
There's ISWAP.
As of the time that Goodluck Jonathan was voted out, when President Muhammad Buhari was sworn in on 29th May 2015, what we really had then was Boko Haram insurgency. But as President Muhammad Buhari arrived, there came to be an increase. The ASWEP, which is Islamic movement for the one of West Africa that is crucial to Nigeria, came during the tenure of Muhammad Buhari. Banditry, what they call it banditry now, to me, they still remain bandit. Because some newspapers start referring to them now as terrorists. And that newspaper is picking its knowledge or wisdom of that reference of terrorist from the judgment of that court that declared two movements in the North Central as terrorists. And the two movements were mentioned, except that the court said, or any other person acting like this. Acting like this is not as this. If it is not Panadol, it is nothing like Panadol. And who went to court? It was the Federal Ministry of Justice under Abubakar Malami, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, who equally is the Attorney General of the Federation, that went to court. Nigerians have not seen the suspicion move in that. Because after the declaration of the court, before it can be referred to that it's not terrorist or terrorism, it must go into a gazette of the federal government. I don't know. Sorry, Adu, please help me out. Has that gazette been printed out?
Not to the best of our knowledge.
And that judgment is hanging on air now for over 2 months, if not 3 months or 4 months. When the court pronounced IPOB, Indigenous People Biafra, terrorist organization, how many hours did it take the federal government to bring out the gazette? Without the gazette, Nigerians, don't be deceived. There is nothing like terrorism within the bandits. This is the reality, and this is the position of the law. I'm not a lawyer. I keep saying it. I said it all the years past, and I'm saying it again. I'm not a lawyer, but this is the reality. So, Femi Adesina will have to tell us, will have to equal to us, that's one person, that if it's taken out, like the tiger, that it will come to an end. That gives him the assurances of 17 more months, the terrorism will go. We should not be deceiving. I mean, they should stop calling monkey dog for us. We Nigerians know dog, we know monkey. at least the guru knows dog enough and know every specimen of monkey except those ones swallowing money in Kano State. I don't know those monkeys that swallow money in Kano State. So knock that off. It stands no way. And the so-called banditry or terror, I have just explained my little knowledge of it.
What would you even put the Fulani nationality movement for nationality?
You are going too far. You are going too far. My regrets of 2021 was my inability to bring to the public a book that I've been working upon, which has a caption, "In Nigeria, the vulture and the vampire are still feeding." But I will try my very best. In spite of rising in age, I will reduce my sleeping hour from 3 to maybe 2 or 2.5, so that I can push this thing. Thank God that preserved my life. Otherwise, it will become historical that he was about to do something like this, but he couldn't do it. That does not bring any benefit. In that book, you may want to see what I refer to in some chapters as the regrets of Muhammadu Buhari. What he intended to achieve, which was why he was fighting for the presidency of this country with all powers. At the time he went on the street crying. And eventually when he got it, for the first 6 months he could not appoint ministers. And when he told Nigeria that he did not talk to us here. You know, at the beginning of Buhari administration, if you want to talk facts, he travels out. He speaks from outside the country. Or he spoke from outside the country. He said, what are we talking about? What are the ministers for? They are nothing but noisemakers. This was the statement he made. And he was inviting the permanent secretaries. Who are the architects? Who are the foundation fathers of mismanagement of funds in Nigeria? Are they the politicians? No. How many politicians come to power? Who are those that are really manipulating the document, doing all the papers? Now National Assembly has invited the clerk. You must come and answer these questions about the billions that is credited to their personal accounts in their private homes. So Buhari was dealing with that. So meaning he had an agenda which was far from giving Nigeria good governance. I want to be very, very moderate. This is 2022. So having said that, I knock off your point. Even the bandits, those two movements, only two, and it's an Hausa language, translated to mean those with gun, or those that achieve something with gun. So Femi Adesina should stop calling monkey dog or goat for us. While I was growing in the village, my village that I so cherish, which I always go to, and in a few weeks' time I'm going back to my village, we knew goat. I knew chicken. I knew duck. Pupu yeke. Pupu yeke duck. Pepeye.
Yes, Pepeye in Yoruba.
Pepeye in Yoruba. But in Yoruba language it is called Pupu yeke. It's a terrible language. We know them. So let us dump Femi Adesina one way. And after the 7 months, when the president would have handed over, hoping he would do so, of course, with the failure of Olusegun Obasanjo, attempt in allegation, I don't think any person would do it, except through another method. Because it could be elongated. I'm not proposing it for anybody, and I don't propose it for Buhari. But I want to go back home. Mostly the wife, Aisha, we want to tell the man, let's go back home. Enough is enough. You want to go back. He would want to play the role of Bagbo in every post, which Obasanjo accused Goodluck Jonathan that he wants to Bagbo, which was not true. Otherwise, what other nasty governments do, or presidents all over the world, in the dodo countries of the world do, is to instigate enough insecurity, then declare state of emergency. When you declare state of emergency, it's like the military coming. Every powers belonging to democratic institutions is lost. Of course, your first state of emergency cannot be less than 6 months. Then you can elongate it. But for those who are hardened-hearted, they can start off with 1 year. And of course, my president will not do this one. So he's going to rest. On 29th of May next year, the year of our freedom, the man will go home. By then, Femi Adesina will pray his God to be able to drive himself from Katsina to the states that are boundary to Katsina. Then he will know we left more banditry behind than when I told the people that 17 months. One of our refineries, is it in Port Harcourt or what do you call it?
Yeah, Port Harcourt.
Caught what?
A fire.
Aha. This was the refinery they told you that will be handed over to you 2023. And they did not tell you which day. Oh, they've taken us for a ride. Okay. Jibes shares as Masari bids to arm citizens for self-defense. I will first of all go to comments made by different people, and I want to conclude by saying these comments are nothing but factual presentation of truism. The northern elders said Nigeria suffering leadership vacuum. I mean, interpreting the Masari call. Maybe you don't know the Masari call. The Masari call is that he is urging all the citizens, not Nigerian citizens, but citizens of Katsina to bear arms. He even said we will assist them. But the methodology he did not explain to us. So we will come to analyze it. I really have my hope that I will finish all the menu. Now, in analyzing it, the Northern Elders Forum said Nigeria suffering leadership vacuum. For Masari to call that, I will say the last vote of no confidence of 2021 that was moved against Buhari in the People National Assembly, not the 9th National Assembly, the Nigeria People National Assembly came from Katsina State, vote of no confidence. That is what the Arewa, the Northern Elders who say Nigeria suffering leadership vacuum, meaning there is vacuum of leadership. We know the meaning of the word vacuum. Let us not go for that again. Then the Middle Belt Forum says Masari arms for self-defense indicates failed governors. Then Afeni Ferre had this to say: remarks unfortunate, exposes paucity of deep thinking. Then Ohane Zedigbo had this to say: governors of confusion now complete. ADF has this to say: self-defense is first law of nature. ACF, Iowa Consultative Forum, says it will lead to further breakdown of law and order. Then Iowa Defense League says it will balance use of terror by bandits. To me, all these comments, they found a level of truism on some platforms of facts presentation. Now, let me read the first major word of Masari Aminu, the executive governor, the former speaker of House of Representatives. He said, the governor of Katsina State, Amin Masari, has said the reason he has continued to advocate self-defense in the face of rising insecurity in the state was due to the fact that Islam as a religion allowed a person to protect himself and his family against any form of attack. Meaning Islam is not against it. He even went as far to say that on the process of defending yourself and your family, if you die, you are a martyr. Which is, but if you want to read and interpret what Masari has said, there are a lot of loopholes. There are a lot of a mind that was not coordinated. There are a lot of evidences that a confused person came out. But then, if a child gets a place of
fear
or threat, he will be threatened. Masari had come to that point that everything has become so hopeless. Don't forget, it's this same Masari that went into the forest to go and negotiate with bandits. He was surrounded in the pictures we saw. Masari was to tell us later that became one of his greatest regrets in life. The man had tried all he could. He had revealed to you that less than 3,000 policemen handle Katsina State. What is the population of Katsina State? What's the population? Less than 3,000. And he has told you that how he has lost confidence in the vigilante group. Because the vigilante these days, they will leave their place of origin to other villages. You can only be more useful in your place of origin because you know the people there. The man had done everything possible. And he found himself in the ocean of hostility. Then the man, having lost hope and everything, no more coordination. Would you blame him? Let us say one word. He said they will assist. But how would the assistance come? Or in which format? In the first place, the governor himself has no power to approve catapult.
Weapons.
He has no powers to approve that sling. That's what we call catapult. That's what we use for hunting when we were growing up in the village. The one David used in killing
Goliath.
The governor has no powers, constitutional power to approve it. The governor, Masari, cannot carry gun with his own approval. Be it bow 12, shotgun, double barrel or single barrel. There are some single barrel that are made, let me say this, that are very, very good. Because you can have 12 cartridges in the chamber. Double barrel relay is 2 cartridges. One this side, that is why it has 2 trigger. You pull one first, it comes out, you pull the other one. But there are some single barrel, some good gun that, let me not give the name, that in the chamber, you can load 12 cartridges. And the one they call pop action is not within the reach of even the commissioner of police to approve. What they do is that people buy pop action and they register it as a double barrel, which is deceit. Anyway, that one, of course, because it's pop action, you can even bring bet into it. But Masari cannot approve any single one. The constitution allowed the commissioner of police in the state to approve double barrel. Then the pistol is to be approved only by the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And I am not even too sure if the constitution allows the president to approve
an assault rifle
to individuals. Then, first of all, this, how will Masari now assist the people? But like as I said, Masari is making these mistakes in good faith because he has tried his best. And he knew if Masari speak the way he spoke, Nigeria should accept and know that he knows better the subject matter he was discussing. He's the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, not from his state. He's the governor of the president back home. Meaning, he knew better before Olusegun Obasanjo spoke that the president had nothing to offer us again. He has done his best. So Masari will not put it that way. That is why one of these organizations said that end of governance. Another one said failure. So Masari knows. But how will he assist? He said we assist those who bring them in. You cannot go outside Nigeria and deport. There are people licensed to import even the double barrel and the cartridges that comes in carton. Few people had access to do that. And the days that Ibrahim Kumasi was Inspector General of Police, and of course, the first gun he seized was the one of Wole Soyinka. Is that the secret? Is that knowledge? What do you call it?
It's a bonus historical perspective.
So you cannot. So how we help them? But what the man has just said, we should see it as a statement of fact that it's a statement coming from a man that tried all best to bring the best to the table, but he knows the best will never come under the present administration. Shall we not forgive him? One of them said that balance of terror. That what he said is balance of terror. Let me pick that up. Governors of
Arewa Defense League.
Yes, Arewa Defense League said
it's a balance use of terror by bandits.
Okay. Is Arewa Defensive League, or what do you call it?
Defense League.
Defense League. Has it spoken well? Yes. It has spoken well. Okay, Arewa Defense. It will balance use of terror by bandits. Let this remind us of an organization, international organization. NATO, established in 1949, immediately after the Second World War. What was NATO? What's the North Atlantic Treaty Organization? It is to balance terror. No, not NATO to balance terror. But NATO came to make sure that the Russia's aggression and all this aggression is checked somewhere along the line by law. You must have been hearing of SALT 1, SALT 2. SALT. It's an agreement that NATO applied the signature to. Other organizations applied they say, what is Strategic Armament Limitation Treaty? It is to balance of terror. If you are creating this thing and I'm creating it, you will now take a little precaution before you attack me. Because you know I have the thing. But has that really solved America's problem in gun and this? No. Nobody should blame Masih. Yes, what he has said cannot be implementable. Like President Muhammad Buhari telling all Nigerians just a few hours ago that the National Assembly budget approved for him to accept to is not implementable. But yet the man sat down and has signed it. And now that we are seeing billion that is being stolen away in the National Assembly, why would it be implementable before? They call it constituency project. And when the Ahmad, the Lawan, that man, may God forgive him, when he was telling the whole world that the salary of a senator is 52 million, which I debunked, of course, I presented the fact to the world. Did he tell us about the constituency project? He didn't tell us. But now they've said, no, Mr. President, this one that you, what do you call it, brought, it cannot hold. We must think of, is it the duty of the legislature to create budget? They
argued today and said that they have legislative power, constitutional powers to tinker with the...
They don't have it. They should stop telling us lies. It is times like this that Muhammad Buhari should have stood as an astute soldier who went to battle. I've been told by my friends who fought battle along with him how much he tried. And when he was pursuing the Matisile said the other day, he crossed Nigeria into Shad Republic. When Sheikh Shagari was calling, that's another. He said, let me bruise their nose. He used a very good military language. A man who is bold enough to be a coupist, or who was the beneficiaries of the coup that dethroned our democratically elected governors in the midnight of that Sunday night, 1883, 31st of December.
1983, you said
19, sorry, 19, I'll be dealing with the 1880. They don't have the constitutional right. Is it the duty of the legislature to be awarding contracts? No. This is one thing that I expected Buhari to say. I will not append my signature to this. But instead, it is the electoral reform.
Well, Garba said the president does not want to throw away, quote, the baby with the bathwater.
Yes, because what he did is for the interest of Nigerians. They've equally told us that by refusing to assent to the electoral, it's for the interest of Nigerians. Nigerians, will they suffer? Will they suffer? When they go and steal money, it's for our interest. And nobody give you 10 kobo. Oh, but the God that rule over and above all is watching all over. Sometimes things happen to them, either while in office or when they leave office, that you will not put your hand. I know you. You will put your hand and say, why God, why this? God is a God of judgment. He will bring every one of us. We are giving account to God of what He has assigned for us on earth here. Because I know you. You put your this happened to human being like this. Why? Do you know how many Nigerians are dying? Under these poverty regulations, Nigerians live below most Nigerians, not most. Because all those trading us for their private bank account, they are less than 10% of the population. So many Nigerians live under $1 per day at exorbitant exchange rate of the black market. That is 500 and something, either 40 naira. Some Nigerians live on 540 naira for 3 days. Who made it so? When you award a contract to buy uniform, to buy one uniform, khaki for a driver at 3 million plus. Khaki, which cannot cost even 15,000 naira. But we are paying 3 million. Of course, the money is in the budget. Will be so would they not tell you budget of hope, budget of recovery, budget of restoration, but none of them will tell you budget of dying. I'll finish with Masari and his comment. I praise the man, but it is not permissible. Like the budget Buhari carry for us now is not permissible. But he did not refuse to, he signed it. Where to society. They know what they are doing. We are the trading in their hand. What's the time now? Hey. It's only God that can help me now. Take Nigeria back to security level under Jonathan. The coalition of the northern groups. There is a proverb in nearly every tribe in Nigeria that says that until a woman marries 2 husbands, he might not likely know the disease of what now? Of qualifying best man. But when a man would have married first wife, when the woman would have gone to first, like most of some women in Lagos we see, because they go for their marriages in prison. I know one woman, she used to be my friend in those days. As of the time she was my friend, she was counting the 7th husband she has married. That woman will be able to tell you the indices, how to quantify a good husband. That is what this Northern Youth, the coalition of Northern Group, are just saying. They are now saying that as of the time Goodluck Jonathan was leaving, there was insecurity in Nigeria, but not to this level. That Buhari should do Nigeria so only one good, return us back to the day of Goodluck Jonathan. I close my case on that. Kuka, my criticism of Buhari government not personal. He spoke. He said many people are taking more drugs, more Panadol than himself and Buhari. Because he said that he is part of the criticism. Buhari still picks his phone. And it has been causing. He said that he is talking nothing personal, but about 2 things. The death ratio, the way that blood is flowing continuously in Nigeria, that life has no value again. Then how the man loaded his government with nepotism. He said these are the 2 things. And none is personal. That's number 3. NDDC forensic audit. Every kobo will be recovered. Culprits punished. That's the promise from Muhammadu Buhari. It's only those that are not moving with time that will sit at home and believe Muhammadu Buhari. That he will permit. Let us go forensic in auditing the audits that have been forensically audited. Don't know if my English is proper, but I will flow along that line today. The leaders of Niger Delta, the think tank of Niger Delta, will tell you that one of those who really bastardize the wealth of the people is Akpabio. What money cannot do, more money will do it. Is that not his slogan?
Yeah.
The person that is the interim managing director today, was it not Akpabio that put him in position in the same NDDC in those days? All the interim people he picked, that was eliminated by one and pick another one, were they not the people that he appointed? A managing director at the time, Akpabio wanted to make him a governor. And the managing director pulled out, saying, the money they asked me to bring now is too much. I have not been able to gather that from the NDDC. Who are they? Did he mention him?
Oh, we do not.
Neither would I mention him. So, the other day, is it 2.5 billion, was what the ADC of Aisha Buhari, the president's wife, scam from, according to the wife, unsuspecting friends and partners. 2.5. The boy was locked up. He's superintendent of police. How did ADC gain access to 2.5? By using the name of Madam. Is that not corruption? Till today, has President Muhammad Buhari tell us about what eventually happened to that? So you have given me promise that forensic auditing. Let us allow the sleepy dogs to do what? To lie. Not to tell lies, but to lie. Like lie down. All right, let's go to the next topic.
Another audit.
Audit report in the National Assembly. Okay, no time. But let us mention this. The totality of what being said is this. The Auditor General of the Federation only said the money was not accounted for. And if money is not accounted for in Nigeria, it could mean one of 3 things. Either those that were to take care of the money had croned it, using the language President Muhammadu Buhari used to defend Dr. Abdullahi Ganduje, that couldn't it be that the man was croned? Meaning, does it mean he has no personal confidence that he will ask to take money on the he will be stuffing those dollars? Or the money had been swallowed by monkey, or the snakes, those terrible snakes from Benue State, would have swallowed the money. But what the Auditor General of the Federation is saying is this: so accountability was not given to this money, and we are talking about money that gets so close to 9.424 billion.
It was the same Auditor General told us about the police audit that was
PSC,
done.
the Police Service Commission.
No, the arms and ammunition.
Oh, let us just read 1 or 2 things here. The report reference number, that is the Auditor General's report, reference number AUGF/AR.2019. Sorry, let me make it known to the public that, like 2020, the Auditor General report of 2020 will not come until towards the ending of 2022. So the one we are talking about here now is 2019. Addressed to the clerk of the National Assembly and dated September 15, 2021 was signed by the Auditor General himself, Adolphus Awuwu. According to the report, 550 billion was granted to members of the House of Representatives as running cost between July and December 2019, without evidence to show what the funds were used for. Neither was the money retired. Hey, our representative, you chop a chop. I think I am going to, please, on Friday, you escort me to Abuja. Take permission. Because I'm going to re-register that political party. You shop up, I shop political party of Nigeria.
So will I be the grand patron?
Of course. And you even be the treasurer. Because I know you will behave like Judas Iscariot against the money that
No, I will not. Definitely not.
The report said 1,594,807,097 was paid to revenue authorities between February and December 2019 as pay as you earn. 6 members. Car loan, 5 members. And housing loan, 6 members, without acknowledgement received from relevant revenue authorities. It also queried payment of 1,010,598,610 naira 97 kobo from the salary account of house without vouchers as required by law, and asked the clerk to explain. We don't go away here too. It indicted the National Assembly Service Commission for failure to retire about 31.927 million cash advance granted to 59 staff of the commission, and failure to remit 1% stamp duty, which amount to 276,749,014 naira 68 kobo. Don't go yet, please. Still stand by my side. It said further that about 290.645 million deducted as housing loan from some senators were not remitted. The sum of 219,645,567.8 kobo was deducted from 107 senators' salary arrears between July and December 2019 as housing loan, and there was no evidence to show that the above amount was remitted to the treasury. Nigerians, can you see how Nigeria is being destroyed from both ends? We are just in the middle. The arrows are coming from both ends. The one coming from the executive is coming from the executive. The one coming from... Why do we have to blame the judiciary? If the judiciary can get 2 judgments, one imposing a governor on the people, why should they not share the money? Are they not supposed to be 3 arms? Hey. Finally, let me read this. The report said 277.411 million deducted as VAT and withholding tax from services rendered were not remitted to the Federal Inland Revenue Services, while the Office of the Clerk failed to present papers, vouchers. Look, all these are deducted. They are supposed to go to somewhere. They did not go at all.
So the clerk was just clerking away.
He's clerking away. Is he not clerking away with the confidence of the National Assembly, with the backing of the chairman of the National Assembly? Who is the chairman? You don't know him?
I know him.
Ibrahim Ahmad Lawan, the president of the Senate. Or is it Bagabi Amila? What's happening here? Not party to all this one. Anyway, what I know is that God will judge all of us. Now, all of us, I said, make you not hear me well. Okay, I think that's enough. Electronic transmission of results. Wow, time is gone. Okay. Listeners, tomorrow I will give to you analysis of electronic transmission of results. In my article, I captioned it, one huge scamming of Nigerians. Before the insertion of that clause, which Bagabi Amila explained that he inserted it, of direct, he explained the reason. there was a clandestine meeting between the executive and the legislature that come on this thing. If it goes, we may not be able to win the election. If we go transparently, we will not. Let us still flow with the analog. But the Nigerian people are wiser than that. So what do? Let us do this and do this. When we bring it, you reject it. We will shout before we bring that, oh, we override. But when we have melody that, the president will not sign anything. Either the information of the electoral bill or he will not sign it. If let the National Assembly come back, I dare the National Assembly come back, remove the direct primaries, send the other one. It will not be signed. It will not see the face of the day. Now they are backing it up. If a whole 300 and something local government daughter, how would you want to? And the whole of that 300 and something local government, every person that has account in all those local governments, once you pay money, you get a lot. You do transaction without leaving your home.
They have those mobile wallet money agents that you go and with POS you collect money.
Anyway, listeners, oh please forgive me. Tomorrow, Adu, you have the responsibility to bring me up for this. We will discuss 2023 electronic transmission of results DAFO. 301 local government lack Ethernet facility. Oh, of course, the last one on the menu, I had discussed that earlier.
Yes, you had.
So tomorrow I owe you this. Then, as you are calling in, please tell us what you want us to do new or what you want us to add in this 2022. Please, we need your advice because we must move to a glorious level beyond what we have done in the past year. Adu, give my people grammar.
Thank you, sir. Numbers to calls to remain the same: 0809 234 5913, 0809 234 5913. That number is also a WhatsApp number that you can send messages to get to us in the studio. The other numbers to call: 0809 191 3913, 0809 191 3913. You can also call us on 0809 222 0913. You can use the landline numbers as well: 015150 913 and 015151 913. Use those numbers to join the conversation. This is coming from Agbaro. Says, good morning, Adu and my elder. My village and happy new year to you from Agbaro. Sorry, I'm sorry. His name is Sam. He's from Agbaro in
AGB.
Yeah.
ARHO. Agbaro.
Agbaro.
Let us become bigger.
Agbaro. Okay.
Yes. Thank you. Organize your moment.
Thank you very much. He said, on all the fans of Lagos Talks, our award-winning radio station of the year. I pray that this year will be a wonderful year for us. Please kindly explain how I can join the Friends of the Guru with WhatsApp, not Telegram. I think WhatsApp is full already.
No, it's not yet full.
Oh, okay. So maybe after we'll take some messages, Guru will give us some insight into that. Moshood Adekoya says, Happy New Year to you too. More grace to your pens. We shall all live to 2023, January 4th and beyond.
Amen.
Onyin from Finland.
I call him the man, Moshood Adekoya. I call him the village headmaster.
Ah, okay.
He's a very, very good friend of this station.
Oh, wow. Amazing. Onyin from Finland says, of course, we know Buhari, who has failed Nigeria, will never end insurgency in 17 months. But let the countdown begin. What baffles me is that the Guru can believe Jonathan ended or reduced insurgency attacks a few months before leaving office, but indeed he doesn't think Buhari can.
Onyin from Finland.
Yeah.
You know the weather is very, very cold there now. Onyin, how are you keeping up with the weather? Please cover yourself properly. Let your duvet be doubled. Go ahead.
Still on WhatsApp, Akin says, good morning, Adu and the Guru. May the Lord make 2022 a prosperous year. For Nigeria to work, we must not despair nor relent in our bid to reposition our country. Our people must be weary of the politicians' gimmickry, especially in this new year. We must hold them by their necks and thrash them for more responsible hands in government. With the genuineness of purpose, governance remains the easiest thing to handle. We must strive to attain this. If PMB ends insecurity in 17 months, it will only buttress the fact that government is behind the whole exercise right from the very beginning. I beg you, sirs, second base jaw, according to late fella. Finally, from WhatsApp, before I go to the phone lines, Ken Keriafe from Surulere says, good morning, Adu and the Guru. Happy New Year to you. Guru, what does it take to eliminate the Boko Haram, ISWAP and bandits in Nigeria if the Nigerian state can use all the might of government to clamp down on Igboho and Kanu outside the shores of the country? How then is it a mystery for the government to rescue Leah Sharibu and others in the custody of the insurgents in Sambisa Forest in Nigeria for over 4 years? I smell a rat, Guru. With the seriousness and just one jet fighter, all these terrorists can be flushed out just in 1 week. That's why I say Nigeria abracadabra.
Can I just say a word on that? Nigerians, let us face one fact too. The Boko Haram insurgents, the bandits, the kidnappers, the so-called herders, farmers clash, had been allowed to trigger for too long. Whatever equipment we acquire now, if there is sincerity, all these years there was no sincerity. But if there is sincerity now, it is something you cannot eliminate in the next 12 months. Because we have allowed them to overgrown and outgrown every person. In the first place, when we were saying herders, farmers, clashes. Farmers never clash with herders. Farmers never moved their farm from one place to another. It is the herders that came with their heads, destroyed the farmers' property, coming with AK-47, killing them. It is for this reason that it started in Niger State. The farmers, having been driven away from the farm and all their products destroyed, now decided, okay, how do we live now? Then they became to come and steal the cow. They call it
rustling.
Then, now, Boko Haram itself could have been eliminated within a week. But now that the ISWAP had moving from the Sahel, these people that have been so trained and brought up in Libya, and there is movement of these people from Afghanistan, even as far as that, it is going to be a difficult thing. If sincere leadership comes to this, that, okay, I want to do this. Now, when President Muhammad Buhari told you that his courses are there in Niger Republic and he tells you why he must be very, very, because I cannot really throw bomb where if one of my cousins is in one environment. If my great grandmother told me that your cousin is there, your cousin is in that place, I will never throw a bomb. So you can understand that. But even now, if President Muhammad Buhari wants to throw bomb, where does he start the bomb from? Look at his own casino. Has it not gone out of his hand? Does the man not give himself to some fasting and 48 hours prayer in 24 hours before he even goes to casino now on holiday to his hometown? So for this person who wrote this, it is not going to be as easy. But if we are determined, we will overcome.
All right, so let's go to our friends on the phone lines and take some calls now. Hello. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, what's your name?
Good morning, Mr. Adu and the Guru.
Yes, sir. What's your name, sir?
My name is Patrick, the blind man calling from Good.
All right, Patrick, go ahead.
Yes, I want to congratulate you for Happy New Year. I want to thank you for what you are doing for the masses of this country. Please, I have a question I want to ask Mr. Guru.
Okay.
Please, I want to ask, because you know the history of this country very well. I want to ask, is there any crime that we have three major ethnic groups in this country? Is there any crime that Igbo man can never rule this country? Look at Anambra election. It was peaceful, and it was electronic voting. We have only 5 states. Among the whole region, only 5 states we have, and we have a peaceful election. Why is it that we, the Igbos, can never rule this country? I want that question to be answered, but we are worried. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I will answer the question tomorrow.
Hello.
Hello, good morning, Adu.
Good morning to you, sir. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Okay, my name is Chooks, calling from Ogudu. Good morning, the Guru.
All right.
We salute you, sir.
Yeah, good morning, sir. Compliments of the season to
Same
you
to you.
and Adu.
Thank you very much.
Okay, I would like to, first of all, I'd like to talk about the electronic transmission of results. In telecoms, there's a solution we have for that.
Okay.
It's called the COWS. They call it COWS, C-O-W. It's an acronym.
Okay.
It stands for Cell on Wheels.
Okay.
What it means is it's a mobile base station.
Okay.
Okay.
The service providers we have in Nigeria, they have those cows. They may not have it in the required amount needed for the election, but NCC can instruct them to get certain required amounts which they can source for and use during the elections, and there will be transmission of results effectively. There will be no issues.
Thank you.
That's the solution to this local government. They said they don't have network or whatsoever. The cows will solve that problem temporarily, just for the election process.
Thank you very, very much. Please.
Then also,
Okay,
your suggestion, Mr. Guru,
Yes, sir.
as regards what you can add this year, I would advise, like you were doing before, you can have Mr. Kunu come in to your program, and you also come in towards Mr. Kunu's program.
Okay.
So just mix it up and just to spice up the flavor. That would be nice. Thank you very much, sir. We
Thank
do
you.
appreciate you.
God bless you. But please keep a date with us tomorrow, because tomorrow we are going to discuss this election matter. You just brought professional angle, which is technically solution to it now. Please join us tomorrow as we discuss it.
Still on the phone lines. Hello. Good morning.
Mr. Adu, good morning. Mr. Guru, good morning. Happy New Year to you, Mr. Guru.
Good morning, Peter.
Yes, thank you very much. Now, quickly on the position of Mr. President in signing, the budget. He said budget is not implementable, but he will not throw away the bath water with the baby, and he signed it. And when it came to the electoral bill, that is going to give Nigerians the opportunity to elect the people that will salvage this country, that will redeem this country, that will rescue this country. Mr. President decided to throw away the baby with the bathwater. Why is it that anything that will be of benefit to the generality of Nigerians, Mr. President is not there for us? The National Assembly members are not there for us. I am not joining the youth from the north that are saying that it should return us to the era of President Jonathan in insecurity. I just want to say that not only insecurity, in economic, we want to go back there where we can buy rice, even if it's not 7,000, let it just be 15,000. It will be okay for us. A bottle of granola I used to buy for 300 naira before Buhari came is now 1,000 naira. There is no time to mention any other thing. So my long and short of what I'm saying this morning is that if there will be no electronic transfer of election results, we should occupy Nigeria. We will not, that election should not take place. If he does, let him kill all of us. And then the United Nations
Peter,
will rise up
I
and
don't know the meaning of Nigeria's occupation. And maybe
No,
we'll
it's,
just
it's drawing inference from the famed Occupy Nigeria protest that brought
of
the
Sahara reporter. Okay.
No.
Bakari.
Yes.
Why don't you leave the man? Let him go and sort out his problem with the which bank now? But what I will ask you, Happy New Year, Peter. As friendly as you are, now only Happy New Year we see. We not even see rat. You know you feel big rat. I beg you. Go ahead.
Okay. Let's go to our friends with the pen. This comes from your son.
Okay.
What's his name now? Adegboyega.
Says
Adu and the Guru, Happy New Year. Adu, my daddy, Guru. Are we going to start this New Year sounding like a broken record again? I think the almighty PMB knows what we don't know about these terrorists that is regarded as bandits that are killing Nigerians that could have the guts to invade the Nigerian Defense Academy and abduct military personnel, until now they are yet to be found. With all the pressures and outcry by the citizens of the country for PMB to tag the bandits as terrorist group, PMB doesn't see these killers as terrorists, then we can easily say that the ant that is eating the vegetable is beneath the vegetable. How many governors of the Southwest can publicly and openly confess he's going to arm his people of his state because of insecurity? They dare not say that because PMB will see it as an attempt to overthrow his regime, but Masari can easily say that without being attacked by the presidency.
Thank you, my son. Happy New Year, anyway.
Okay. On WhatsApp still, this is coming from Tony from Marine Beach. He says, good morning, Adu and the Guru. Happy New Year to everyone. This idea of negotiation with bandits, what is the logic behind it? Did anyone take away what rightfully belongs to them or promise them something they could not fulfill? I still don't get it. As for electronic transfer of results, I want to appeal to our lawmakers to avoid drawing the battle line for the citizens they are there to represent. I'm very sure no youth corps member will be ready to bear those ballot boxes of death to collation centers if electronic transfer is removed. Whoever is coming with that statistics that over 300 local governments where Nigerians still get alerts has no network coverage is an enemy of the nation's democracy, and the person should be marked. Well, our dear friend has already told us now that
there is a cow.
Yeah, cow. So we have us no doubt and no excuses. Pardon my King James English. This one is coming from Alex from Shogunle. He says, Happy New Year to everybody. Good morning, my Lagos Talks family. I couldn't help responding to one of the comments of the Guru regarding the president not appointing his ministers in the first 6 months in office. Guru, with all due respect, sir, even though I'm not a staunch Buhari supporter, I doubt very strongly that the president could have said the ministers are nothing but noisemakers to the foreign press outside the country.
Please go to the Oracle, Google.
He says,
and quote me. He made the statement in Paris.
Okay, so he says,
I stand by what
he said. He said that he thinks that that's right. Okay, you can just do a quick fact check yourself. One more from WhatsApp before we go back to the phone lines, and then we'll start to draw the curtain. Uche from Odogbolu says, good morning, Adu and Guru. Despite all the arms control measures in Nigeria, how come Boko Haram, bandits, etc. are armed to the teeth? The armed control laws were enacted by military governments to guard, I guess he meant to say, civilians and Nigerians, especially to disarm the eastern Nigerians following the civil war. So if unknown gunmen, bandits, etc., have assault rifles, we too should have ours, Uche is saying.
Who will sell for him? How will he buy it? You can't go outside Nigeria and bring some.
No, but Uche does have a point, sir. You know, there's so much stringent measures.
Oh, of course.
So how come...
We have over 1 million. Yeah, over 1 million, what do you call it? There's a name called it.
Shakabula.
No, not Shakabula. We are talking of assault rifles.
Okay, assault rifles.
Circulating. In fact, the professional indices of monitoring this is over 1 million. But for those who knows how to go under the water to get facts out, we're talking about almost 5 million soft rifle or what? No, not soft, something that is in circulation. Like as I said, a lot came from the Sahel, and much is still moving from the Sahel today. Some come via our ports. You know, proliferation of these things are made easier by the laxity that incorporated our services to security matters. No, the marine sector is my sector. When I talk with the maritime industry, I'm talking to my own home, I'm talking to my own family, I'm talking to my own bedroom. Let us not go too much. But you need to know what is coming out and what is going out of Nigeria. With good arrangement, you can. How many former Nigeria head of state or president are still alive? Obasanjo, Ibrahim Babangida, Abdulsalam Abubakar.
Go on.
No, okay, before go on, Buhari himself, because he was former Sholekon, is still there. General Yakubu Gowon is still there. Who again? I think this is the end of it. With good arrangement and contact, with all due respect, please permit me to say this. You can export at least 4 of these 6 we mentioned without any ado. It is just as bad as that.
Wow.
It is just as bad as that. It is just as bad as that.
Oh, that's a big revelation there.
Now, we are not. I'm not going to crisscross it if it's territory today. We've come to the end of the show for today. Keep yourself abreast for tomorrow, which is Morning Digest. We shall be talking about this 301 local government that have suddenly metamorphosed as a no network zone. And thank God somebody had called, and I begged him he should join us tomorrow to explain more the cow. Please, tomorrow, because I will deal with this matter first. As of 10, you can call us. Or, if you cannot call that us directly, call the number that I always quote. I will open it for you, so that you add this very, very good information. I have about 7 alternatives of providing this thing that will come out. So please. So we are going to have a very loaded day tomorrow by the grace of God. But back to the person who asked a question, go to WhatsApp. Put your cursor on that magnifying glass, that sash. When you search, type there, Friends of the Guru. It will prompt up immediately. Then you read through it. Then you join. Then you know what is demanded of you. Even the minimum donation of 1,000 naira per month, the account will be paid for. The account details, they're out there. So thank you very, very much. And my son, who wrote all the way from Agbaro, me, you know, what I turn, what I perform, what I turn, and to all that are listening to us all over the world, my sister from Finland, he spoke well.
It's actually a gentleman.
Gentleman, okay. My brother, gentleman from Finland, I know the place well enough. I know the place. Please take care of yourself. Let your duvet be 2 or 3. Get yourself because of the cold. What again? I think the other person I said tomorrow, I only pray I will not forget the question by tomorrow. But if I forget it, forgive me. It is the human frailty that happens with me, not because of deliberately running away from your question.